Hi everybody, today we're going to try something new. I have not done this before. I have played with clay on a lot of things, but we're going to try this one out today with you. Okay, so first we're going to get the wine glass that we resurfaced. Shiny things, if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. And then once it's dry, like this, we're going to use that. So let's get right down to her. I gotta bring you down here. Let me hold you down so you can see what you're doing. Fix this for a minute. There we go. So now you can see. Sun was coming in again. Okay. So I got a Christmas ball. This was my thought here. So I got a Christmas ball. And there, that's what it would have been like. If you can see. And all I did was take this guy off, took a regular pair of scissors, snipped that off, then I cut it in half with my pair of scissors. So that's what it's going to end up with, all icky, whatever. But as you can see, I'm going to trim this one off for you, move this guy out of the way. You just take your scissors, and you just start, it cuts fairly easy, because these are plastic. Remember, you need a plastic Christmas ball. Should have mentioned that, not glass, because wow, that would not be good. I could just picture the mess on that one, and we don't want anybody getting hurt. So you're just going to clean up your edges just by cutting this off and making it all nice and straight, no biggie. There we go. So, see, now it's all cleaned up. Okay, so we got that. Now, put this guy this way. I know everybody does it this way and you put the candle on. We're not doing that today. We're just going to make the little dude. So, what I want this for, I don't know if you guys can picture this. I'm going to use that where that piece was. That's going to be kind of like a hat. If I go it that way. That's my theory. So, we're going to get out our fancy doodad clay. And I've got something popping up on my screen. Last one I looked silly trying to pop things off, and you guys didn't even see it, so I don't even know. So again, I'm taking out my foam clay, Cal by that brand anyway, and it's an air dry clay. It's fun stuff to play with. As you've seen my other videos, you know. Either way, I get mine on Amazon. You guys can too. This stuff is great. So we're going to take a whole bunch of this out, because that's the basis of this guy. You're going to see I play with a lot of clay on this channel. I love foam clay. So if you want to play with me, you got to get some foam clay, man. Okay, so. I'm just going to roll that up for a minute. It'll be in and out of there, I'm sure of it. Okay, so condition the clay a little bit, and then I'm going to take some out of here. So we're going to start off first with his little hat. Okay. Alright. I got some clay. Kind of flatten it out. Kind of make it somewhat even. And all I have down here is just the ceramic tile that I never used on the floor. It was one of those extras. And I use it because it's non-sticky. Well, not too sticky anyway. Okay, so I got a big chunk. Now, I want it to make it, you know, like a baseball cap. So all I'm doing is just taking it just to see where I need that roughly to be. And I'm just going to press down on it. And it should whip. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. And then you pat that in there. Just like that. See how I did that? I just pushed it in. And now we're just going to connect that just like that. So inside, it's now going to hold that on there. See? Just like that. Nothing biggie. Now, I want my cap. That's the bill of the cap there that trying to do this. I'm doing this on the fly. So, bear with me. So I'm going to push my fingers. See, I'm just pushing my fingers up. And then I'm going to shape my beak of my hat. When I think I've got it, then I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to cut around roughly the shape of a beak of a hat. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. Okay, he's looking goofy. And we discovered that didn't. Well, it kind of sort of worked. Okay. I know you guys are like, what is she doing? I know. I'm doing the same thing at the moment. Okay, let me put my little dude down here and let me see what I got. This may or may not work, people. I don't know. I think the bill of my hat's too big, so we're going to just... Whoop. I got it stuck on there. We're going to trim it some more. Okay. Just like so. There. We'll put his rim of his hat bigger, maybe up top. It's kind of not how I wanted it, but it's okay. It'll do. We'll work with it. I'm just dangling it in case you're wondering what I'm doing here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I've obviously done something wrong. He's looking kind of goofy. But anywho, maybe once everything else goes, we can always reshape anyways later. Just, I don't know about this. I don't know about this yet. I had the idea in my head and I thought, I'm going to just pop on here and do a video and see. But you're kind of goofy right now. And I got the hat stuck on there, so it's going to be what it is, right? Alright. Hey, it's not too shabby. Kind of goofy looking, but... Okay, so you kind of got the bill of the hat there. Well, we can always do it like that. You know, like, I think it was in the 80s or whatever. Yeah, we might do it like that. I don't know yet. No. Put his bill down, maybe. I wish you guys could talk back to me, because then you can tell me, like, which way to do this hat. But, anyways, trying to make a baseball cap. It's essentially what we're doing. But, again, I've never made this shape, so it's going to be hard to... Once it's painted up, it won't look so bad, I hope. Okay. I want it back there, because I want all that texture goodness for his hat, or her hat, or whoever's hat. So we'll bring that. Might have helped if I had a baseball cap with me. But anyway, okay, that's pretty good. I think I like that. Okay. You see the hat? And maybe if I'm going to push that up just a little bit. There. And because we had clay underneath, it's now going to stick to this glass. And that's exactly what we want. Okay, now, next thing we're going to do, take our clay, set this aside for a minute. I know it looks kind of goofy. We'll keep it in somewhat range so you guys can see. Okay. Now, trust me, in the end, it should turn out cute. I'm hoping it turns out cute anyway. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Okay. So, I just want to flatten it out as much as I can here. Like so. Okay. Should get a scraper or something to peel this off of there, but I don't know what I did with it. Okay. Now, what I want is some ears for our bunny. So we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to chop like that. And we're going to chop like this. So we got this elongated, and we'll tip that off. So basically it's a long oval, right? See? What we're going to do, take that, move that out of the way, and take that, I'm going to stretch it just a bit. So by pressing down and pulling, I'm stretching, but I want them kind of the same. So I'm going to push, and then we're going to taper, because we want them to taper down. And then I'm going to pull that off of there, and I'm going to roughly, don't let these touch. Whatever you do, don't let them touch, because if they touch, they'll stick together, and then you got a big old mess, and you got to start over. Okay, so now I just cut that in half, like so, and I got two. So now we're going to take the one end, and we're going to bring this guy back in. Now, there's his hat. So I want his ears underneath the hat, so we're going to lift the back, and we're going to fire that underneath, like so. And then we're going to shape around so his ears are kind of under the hat, you know what I mean? Like that. And then I'm just finagling it a little bit. I'll show you in a minute here. This is my thought and theory. This is how I come up with ideas. I just play around with stuff. So okay. I don't know if I made the ear too thick, or might have to do that again. But anyway, okay. There. Let me just tap it on. Ta-da! You starting to see it? There's one ear. Now we're going to take the other one and do the same thing. We're going to just bring that up just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of finagle it under there. So we're just going to tuck it under there. Roughly where I want his ear to come out. Boop. Roll that under. See, I'm just moving it with my finger, just kind of placing it kind of where I want it. Okay. See how it looks goofy? Now let's see if I can do this backwards with you. I got something stuck in there, don't I? Told you, this clay will collect everything that's around. And that was just some kind of a wire or something I had. But anyway, okay, so we're just gonna, that's all we're doing. We're just pushing it around, kind of finagling it, just like so. Just fixing it, that's all. And you just, oh, they got the ears on, just like that, and it makes it look like it's coming out from underneath that cap. That's what you want. Just fixing it. So, see, because it bulges out sometimes right here, so you want to push that so it makes it look like it's coming out from underneath the ball cap. And we're going to do the same with this one. Okay. Fix this cap just a little bit. I want it more. Maybe that's what it needs, a little more arch to that. It's starting to set up on me because my room is really, really warm and dry. So I'm having a bit of an issue here, but that's okay. No biggie. Hopefully you got a better. Okay. She's gonna have long droopy ears, just like that. See, ta-da! All right. Now we're gonna do the muzzle. So we're gonna just take a fair amount here. See, that's it. We're gonna kind of roll it in a ball. Just rolling it in a ball. I'm gonna take my scissors, cut it in half. Just like so. But they should be. I didn't cut it right in half. No big deal. We'll just trim a little bit more off this one. Just like that. Okay. So essentially, that's what you're doing. You're like a kind of a half a circle deal. See? So you can see that good. I'll move that. Yeah, you can see, I think. There you go. 2 circles. Now, hopefully they'll be the right size. All I'm going to do is place one here and one here and kind of push them together and push them on at the same time. Just like that. See? Ha-ha! Okay, so we got that part. I'm just making sure it's even. Okay. And I'm just going to take that little spot. So you don't need very much. And then you're going to kind of make like a triangle. Just like that. And then you're going to place that right here for his nose. Let me see what I'm doing here. And I goobered it, but it's okay, I can fix. But again, you get the idea. Whoop. It's kind of looking funny. So, all I'm going to do is to squeeze the cheeks, push them down a little bit more, because his nose kind of sits more out front. So I'm putting my finger behind it, and I'm fixing it and bringing that forward just a little bit. Curl that down just a little bit, because you don't want space either, right? So, and then I'm going to get a pokey tool or whatever I got, and I'm just going to make that more like his nose, and this come down like that. So anything you got that can draw a line in there, it's essentially what you're doing. Boop, boop. There's his nose. Kind of, you can do kind of a heart shape too. That'd be cute. That's kind of what I just did. There. See? Ta-da! See how he's starting to turn out into a bunny? A cute spring bunny with his, yeah. His ball cap. Now, and with this part, see, because you're essentially just kind of doing the head of them, right? So I'm going to put teeth on mine. So again, I'm just going to flatten a piece out. Just like that. So in case you didn't know he's a bunny, you're gonna. And flatten that out. And take my scissors. And I'm just going to cut the shape of the teeth that I want. Move that out of the way again. Okay, so I got a shape like that. And we're just going to cut 2 ends off that. Just like that. So he's kind of rounded on the end. No, they're not even, and that's okay because it's just going to make them look even cuter. And I'm just going to cut those in half. So they kind of look like chiclets. That old gum that everybody used to eat, you know. And then I'm just going to take it, and so you can see, I'm just going to shove it right under. And my teeth are too long. See how too long that is? So I'm going to take that back off. And if yours is stuck, it's okay. You can cut the other way. It's not a big deal. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to fire that under there. So he got some chiclet teeth. And I'm going to do the same for over here. Just like that. See how my teeth are way too long? There we go. what I'm going to do, you want to push that up underneath so it makes it, that one wasn't pushed enough because I was doing it facing you. Okay, so I'm pushing up underneath just like that, but I am leaving that space, right? Because my teeth are too long, I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to just pull up on that guy, bring him out just like that, see? Then I'm going to take it and with my scissors and clip that off. Okay. Then I take my fingers and I fix what I don't like. Now this tooth is the same thing. Another way to do it, you can push it up and you can add more thickness and just pat it down and make his teeth look good. Okay, now I'm going to look at me for a minute. And I didn't get it up in there very well, so I'm just going to push that in there. And this is just a sculpting tool. It came with another kit I bought off Amazon. But that kit was for a different type of clay. And it was Palmer's clay. And you can get a big kit of it and you got to bake it. But I don't use that one as much since I found this guy. Right? So, but I do use the tools. So, yeah. Okay. So now, see? Whoop. He got his teeth. Isn't that cute? Okay. Now to put the eyeballs on. So we're going to just take that piece, any old piece, and we're going to take, I don't know if I did too big again, probably. There. So we want 2 pieces. You guys got to eyeball this stuff. Like when you're playing with clay, you got to eyeball it. There's no way, no rhyme, no reason to it. You got to eyeball it. So, yep. Okay. And then I just take the 2. I'm only going to push down about halfway. And then I'm going to set it on wherever I want the eyeball. Probably there. And the other one there. Yeah, let me. Okay. Oop. There. And this is just like we did with the birdhouse. If you didn't see that, you can always go back and watch that one as well. Okay. So we just plunk them on there. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to push down in the center. And I want mine oval, so I'm going to push mine up and push it down just like that, see? And I'm going to do the same with this one, push it down and then push up, and I got ovals, right? And then again, you just bedangle it. I want it underneath his thing, so I got to again bedangle it. But you can use like I said in the last video, like this is a Scentsy guy. Your scraper, I can use the other end and you can just dangle it under there too, just like so. You know, whatever you have on hand. Paintbrush does it. See, you just, roll it. And you can, it's really hard to do at this angle, but I just wanted to show you that you can move it with other objects. You don't have to have that pointy tool. Pointy tool makes it easier, that's all. Those little carving tools. You can also buy a separate set of carving tools too. They're metal though. They work actually way better. And you can get them on Amazon as well. Okay, I'm just going to face it towards me for a minute so I can fix them. And then I'll show you. You just need to. Okay. Because I want that underneath there. Or make it look like it's underneath there anyway. I don't want my eyes popping off out of his head. If your eyes are too big for your project, just pop them off, remake your circles, and put it back on. That's all. We're going to make big, beautiful eyes on this guy. And then you can just push that up a little bit. His nose is off, or something's off. But either way, you're getting the idea. I just need to clean that line. Just put my finger in it. Put my finger in it, and I got rid of all the detail that I wanted. So I'm just putting that back in case you're wondering what I'm doing here. There we go. Because of course you could squish it like I just did. Okay. I'll make sure. There we go. What do you think? Any cute? Now I'm going to do a little bit more to mine. Because I want to paint it all fancy. So, here's where you can get really creative. By adding stuff to the bottom. Roll out. Oop, I'm going to knock him flying. I can see it coming. So we're just put him here. We'll face him so you can see him still. But yeah, we have space to work. Okay. So I'm just kind of rolling out. And that's going to be too much. I can see that already. So we're going to roll that off. And here's where you can get creative, right? You can, like, there's many ways to finish this bottom off. You can add more clay, make legs, and have them little feetses. Or, what I'm going to do, because I just want just the head as his showpiece, I'm going to do some decorative doodad on the bottom of mine. And that's what I'm showing you now. I'm just making these long tubes. And then what you're going to do is you can, where am I going to do here? You're going to make that go around like that. And it'll meet right about there. So we're going to push that on. You're watching me do it. See, push it on. And now that's going to make that extra little rim. Just like so. Yeah. And I want it about there. So I'm just going to boop, cut it. And then I'm going to push it together. And then you just whoop. I got my finger in the way. I'm just kind of smoothing it out. And you see, it's not sticking. Do you know why it's not sticking? I can tell you why it's not sticking. Because the stuff that we use, the drywall compound that we use to cover that, I'm just getting a brush. I don't have the right one. But anyway, I like a long bristle brush when I'm trying to put stuff underneath. But anyway, any brush will do. You just dab it in water, and but the drywall mud, like I was saying, yes, there's a bit of paint in my water, so I didn't end up cleaning it. So, but that's not going to matter because you're going to be painting over all this stuff anyways. But the drywall mud, it's sucking the moisture right out of your clay, and when it does that, it's and all I'm doing is just wetting it. Basically, that's all you're doing. You're wetting it, and then it'll make it sticky, and it won't come off of there. But yeah, it is drawing the moisture right out of the clay, so, and that's what's causing it not to stick. Because as this starts to set up and dry, that's what it is. So so that's what I did there. And now I want some decoration on it, so I'm just going to take anything that makes an impression, and I'm just going to make lines. So just with my paintbrush, and that changes the look of everything again. And I'm just pushing it in, pushing it in, pushing it in. I'm just giving myself some decorative elements with the clay that I can paint later. Just gives it that something. Changes it from the regular old looking wine glass to something cute, right? That's pretty much what we're looking for here. So I'm just going to add that. like so. See? Oh, I got one caught. So I got that so far. And just push that down so it makes it look good. And I'm going to roll out a little bit more. And then I may want water here. Like I said, I didn't clean out my water. It's going to be orange and yucky, but that's okay. Then yeah, I'm bad. I keep my brushes in there. It's all good. You guys didn't see that. Okay, anyway. So I'm just wetting the object so that my clay will stick. That's all. Okay, and now I'm just going to put some more around here. And whoop, just like so. And again, I'm going to attach it to itself like so. And then now I got another element that I can paint, right? And that, just rub it together, smooth it out. And I'm seeing it's not geared there. You can see it in the camera. Okay. And you just make any decoration you want. You can put a heart, you can put, I don't know, all different kinds of things. Right? There you go. And then I'm going to do some more here. This kind of makes it look like little beads or something. If later on you want to paint it checkered or, you know, that kind of thing, you can. I'm into all that Mackenzie Child type of stuff. Oh, do you see their stuff in the black and white? Oh, it's so beautiful. Like, she does other colors too, but my favorite is like the black and white. Oh, man. It catches my heart every time I see that stuff, but of course I cannot afford that, so we won't. Okay, I'm just starting at the back. I'm placing and pushing, and then I'm just going to spiral it, just like so. Ta-da! And you can adjust these however you want. And whoop, I caught myself in it. No. Okay, well anyways, that's where it wanted to end, so we're going to end it there. And I'm just going to turn it towards me just for a quick second here. And I want to adjust my rolls. That's all I'm doing. There we go. I don't like it starting there, so we're going to start that again. I'm going to start it up about there. Like I said, this is just decorative stuff that we're just adding to it so that, you know, it gives you some interest to paint later. That's kind of all it is. Like, I like to make my own crafts because, I mean, going out and craft supplies or even objects to paint, it gets kind of pricey after a while, right? And I'm one that I definitely like the one of a kind. I like it when you look at my stuff and you've never seen it before. So that's where the clay comes into play in all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it really makes it that one of a kind, unique item, and like super cute. Okay, I'm having difficulty with my clay. It's so dry in here, and that is just taking from it. Okay, so I gotta add more water. Gotta add more water, so I'm just wetting it with the paintbrush. And then I'm going to pull that back up. And hopefully I can get it to stay where I want it to. There. There we go. Oh, I kind of like that. I accidentally pinched it and I kind of like the look of that. So we're going to keep that there. And essentially, that is kind of all it is. But if you want to add, like here, I'm going to add a little bit more and take my finger and dip in so it kind of like the lip of the thing, the ear, the thing. Yeah, talk, Jess. Okay, yeah, the lip. I'm just going to curl it a little bit. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Just kind of pinch so that it kind of got an indentation there a little bit on the rim, so that when we go and paint inside there, then you have definition of what's what, right? Okay. I kind of liking how that's looking. Just like that. I gotta clean up a little bit. So yeah, all your tools or your brushes or whatever, it just allows you to help clean up some of the spots or blend them better, or you know, that type of thing. So it just makes it look like it was deliberate, right? And that's what you're looking for. Okay. Whoop. Missed a spot. And another one there, and I'm just cleaning it up. That's all. Okay. So that's that. And what else do we want to add to it? Do we want to add anything else? I do. I want to fix. See how that's joined? I'm going to show you that. And it looks kind of messy. So I'm going to fix that a little bit. You know how they have those ropes on the edge of the caps of your hat? I'm going to add one there so that it doesn't look so funny. And how I'm going to do that is just like this. I'm going to cut some just like that. I got a long tube. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to twist to make it kind of simulate rope, so when we paint it later, that's kind of what it's going to look like. That little ropey stuff, right? And that's all I'm doing. Whoops. I am so sorry you can't see what I'm doing. Blah. I'm doing a tutorial and you can't see. Blah. Okay. Anyways, I made that long string, and all I'm doing is just taking it in my fingers and I'm just keep rolling. And it's just making notches to make it look like rope. So when you paint it, and you can paint it any color you want, it's going to make it just simulate rope. And that's all you're doing. You're just twisting in your fingers. And see how it makes that rope look? If I can bring it up close enough. It's blurring out. There it is, I think. But anyway, it makes like a rope kind of look. That's all I'm doing. And the tighter and smaller the rope, the more you pinch and pull at the same time, right? There it is there. Now I'm just going to add that. Take it over here, and I'm just going to start on the edge of the cap and cover my mask. Oop, a piece fell off. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to show it towards you. See? That's all I'm doing. I'm just going to tack it on just to cover my mess, and then I'm going to curl the edge underneath and flatten it. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And I'm going to flatten it in underneath. But that one's way too long, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut some of it off. Just like that. Take it and bring it, you can see. So take it, bring it, and push it underneath, just like that. That's all it is. See? Now you got that edge of the hat, and now I'm going to angle it a little bit so it doesn't look so dorky. But it's essentially what you're doing. Just to clean up that mess a little bit. I want it to go a little higher up inside the hat. Smooshed my hat. Hopefully you won't smush yours. Okay, and push that up into the hat. Into that what do you call that? The beak of the hat. And that under there. Okay. And it cleaned up some of the mess, but it didn't clean all of it, so hopefully my paint job will. There. Fix his hat so it's all even. But anyways, there's that extra something something. And this is the time where you go back and you clean up all your detail and make sure everything's all where you want it to be. I'm just going back over where the eyes and the cheekbones meet so that it makes it easier later when you're painting, right? There you go. And that is our little bunny. No, we're not going to paint him today because we've got to let all the clay dry. And if this is letting go on you, again, just add a bit of water on your brush, run it along, just like that. My brush dried out again. Told you it was hot in here. And then you just run your water in there, like so, and then you just push it on a little bit more, and it'll seal that up, just like that. Yeah, and I let it go there too. So, but anyway, that's our little guy in his little ball cap. And there's, oh my goodness. He's a little hard to hold when he's got all his clay not dry. But anyway, there's the back of him. And that is our project for today, our little bunny. Now I'll come back on another video because it's getting too lengthy now, and when he's all dry, and then I'll come back and show you how we painted him. Alright, thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. I ain't saying bye because I gotta find my mouse first, you know, like that guy keeps running away. Okay, I got my mouse, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.